Let me ask you something. Why does Japan have one of the highest life expectancies on Earth, some of the cleanest cities in the world, and a culture that seems calm, disciplined, and deeply purposeful? While the rest of the world is obsessed with hustle, hacks, and overnight success, they focus on things so small most people would ignore them. And that's exactly why they work. Because the truth is, massive life changes don't come from massive actions, they come from tiny behaviors repeated for decades. Today, I'm going to show you 8 Japanese habits that look insignificant, but quietly rewire your health, mindset, discipline, and purpose. These aren't productivity tricks, they're identity shifts. Let's begin. Number 1. Kaizen, the 1% rule that beats talent. Imagine improving just 1% per day. Doesn't sound impressive, right? But 1% better every day for a year doesn't make you 365% better, it makes you 37 times better. That's the power of Kaizen, continuous microscopic improvement. Japanese companies built global dominance with this idea. Instead of demanding revolutionary change, they asked, can this step be 1 second faster? Can this tool move 2 inches closer? Can this process be slightly simpler? Tiny refinements every day. Now apply that to your life. Want to get fit? Do 1 push-up. Want to read more? Read 1 page. Want to build discipline? Wake up 5 minutes earlier. So small it feels stupid. Good, because small kills resistance, and resistance is the real enemy. You don't need motivation, you need momentum, and Kaizen builds it quietly. Number 2, Ikigai, the reason you don't burn out. Ever notice how some people never seem retired? They just keep living with energy. In Okinawa, one of the world's longevity hotspots, many people live past 100. Ask them why they wake up in the morning. They won't say money, they won't say status, they'll tell you their Ikigai. Ikigai means reason for being. It lives where 4 things meet: what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what can sustain you. When you lack this, life feels heavy. When you have it, even hard days feel meaningful. Purpose is biological fuel. Without it, people age faster, mentally and physically. You don't need your entire life mapped out. Just start asking, what makes me lose track of time? Where do I feel useful? Follow that thread. That's where your Ikigai hides. Number 3. Hara Hachi Bu, the 80% secret to longevity. Here's a radical idea. Stop eating before you're full. In Okinawa, people say Hara Hachi Bu before meals. It means eat until you're 80% full. Why? Because your brain lags behind your stomach. By the time you feel full, you've already overeaten. That extra 20% over years becomes weight gain, inflammation, fatigue. But 80%, that becomes longevity. It's not dieting, it's discipline in disguise. Eat slower, pause mid-meal. Ask yourself, am I still hungry or just still chewing? Master this one habit and your body thanks you for decades. Number 4. Shinrin-yoku, the anti-stress medicine no one uses. What if I told you one of the most powerful stress reduction tools is completely free, and most people ignore it? In Japan, doctors literally prescribe Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing. Not hiking, not jogging, just walking slowly among trees. When you're around trees, stress hormones drop, blood pressure lowers, immune function improves. Trees release natural compounds that calm your nervous system. And here's the crazy part. Your brain doesn't fully relax in cities. It stays on low-level alert. Nature turns that alarm off. No phone, no music, no agenda, just you and green space. In a world addicted to stimulation, stillness becomes a superpower. Number 5. Wabi-sabi, why perfection is freedom. Modern culture sells one lie over and over. Be flawless. Perfect body, perfect career, perfect life. But Wabi-sabi teaches the opposite. Nothing lasts, nothing is finished, and nothing is perfect. And that's beautiful. The crack in a cup, the wrinkles on a face, the scars from past mistakes. They aren't flaws, they're texture. Perfectionism creates anxiety. Acceptance creates peace. When you stop trying to polish every imperfection, you reclaim energy. You stop performing and start living. Number 6. Gaman, the discipline of silent strength. Here's something controversial. Strength doesn't always need an audience. Gaman means enduring difficulty with dignity, not suppressing pain, not pretending everything is fine, but choosing composure over chaos. Instead of complaining, instead of dramatizing, instead of collapsing, you steady yourself and continue. When you stop constantly verbalizing struggle, you stop reinforcing the identity of I am suffering. You become someone who handles things, and that identity shift changes everything. Number 7. Omotenashi, the habit that makes society work. Why are Japanese public spaces so clean? Because of omotenashi, deep, proactive consideration for others. Speak quietly so others can rest. Leave spaces cleaner than you found them. Think before you inconvenience someone. Imagine if everyone practiced that. Traffic feels calmer, public places feel safer, communities feel lighter. And here's the hidden benefit. When you focus on improving others' experiences, your own problems shrink. Connection replaces isolation. Respect replaces friction. Tiny courtesy, massive ripple effect. Number 8. Kintsugi, turn damage into gold. Now the most powerful one. Kintsugi is the art of repairing broken pottery with gold, not hiding cracks, highlighting them. The message is, breakage is not the end of value, it's the beginning of character. Divorce, failure, rejection, loss. Those cracks feel like weakness, but when you rebuild yourself, that becomes your gold. The strongest people aren't those who never break. They're the ones who break, repair, and rise more refined. Your scars are not something to hide. They're proof you survived. Final message. You don't need extreme morning routines. You don't need a new personality. You don't need a life overhaul. You need Kaizen, small improvements, Ikigai, real purpose, Hara Hachi Bu, restraint, Shinrin-yoku, recovery, Wabi-sabi, acceptance, Gaman, composure, Kintsugi, resilience. Pick one. Start ridiculously small. Because the Japanese secret isn't intensity, it's accumulation. And in 10 years, those tiny habits won't look tiny anymore. They'll look like a completely different life. If this shifted something in you, subscribe. Because real transformation isn't loud, it's consistent. And your future self is built quietly, starting today.